Hello and welcome back to the Cymru Cactuars. We are doing our set review for Opus 27, Journey of Discovery. And we are back with Light, Dark, and LB and Starter. Yeah, sorry. It's getting late. I'm joined here once again by Jack Canavan.
Hello, everybody.
And Paul Fallon.
Hello there.
Yeah, right. Jack, you like Cecil. Talk me through why you like Cecil.
I think it's good. Like the main discussion for this has been like a similar design of this to the Chaos Arc deck, where you use this in Medine. Is it Medine? Medan?
Yeah.
However
Medine.
you say it.
Medine.
Because it's just like double removal. Obviously, it allows you to discard light cards, so they don't necessarily clog your hand. And it's called Cecil, so you can use the Earth Cecil to shift into this.
We can dust those back off since the Uniban, and it's got a new lease on life.
Admittedly, that style of deck is not a type of deck I will play. It's not really my style, but I can see the appeal there, and if it plays anything like Chaos Arc does, I absolutely hate those types of decks.
I think the trade-off is pretty high, though, isn't it? Like, you lower his power by that much.
Yeah, but you're lowering it by 8k, right? So he's killing a lot of forwards.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive believer in this one. This is one I'll have to really see to believe, I think.
1 CP Medine just removing forwards is always pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose you've got like setup cards like Rydia to be able to like find that stuff like quite easily. Sure.
Again, it's not a type of deck I'll play, so I don't know the full ins and outs of it. I've just gone off the discussions I've seen. And that's the main comparison people have made of like it's just like a light version of the Chaos Arc deck. Obviously, you're losing the discard too, which is big, but you're doing a bit more removal.
And it's going to be a lot easier to remove Cecil on the stack after anything happens than like, Chaos was or anything like that.
True, but it's probably easier to get to Cecil.
It's true.
Yeah, probably.
One thing,
because obviously you just need to see the light one or the earth one.
The one thing I will point out is that you can only do the power reduction trade-off during your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
So, again, comparing it to Chaos Arc, you would do that very reactively or proactively on your turn, I should say. You would play the Chaos and then immediately have an arc ready to go. You could potentially do it exactly the same turn if they try and respond with anything. Whereas this, you got to be a little bit careful. However, I do really like this because unlike the Chaos Arc, you don't need to rely on them getting a few colours in to refund your initial value. It is just outright cheaper.
I mean, it's also the fact that you can go into this off of just playing a water and an earth.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd love to see what people come up with this. It's clearly a powerful card. I'm not sure how powerful it is yet. Like light stuff, maybe it's just like light stuff always gets a little bit too cloggy,
But I mean, he does filter that though.
Yeah. But even with your setup and everything as well, that can be a little bit.
It will take smarter people than me to build this deck. I do dislike the fact he's got both jobs.
Yeah.
So he's a light card, but he's Dark Knight. It's like, no.
Next up we have Bart, which is a bit of a shock, to be honest. People seem really keen on this one. And saying like in Bart's wall decks, you play this instead of the 1 CP one, which I think is interesting, I suppose. If you control 4 or more category 5 characters, Bart's gains haste, first strike, and brave, which is, that's no slouch. But when he enters the field, you can look at the top 7 cards of your deck and add up to 2 category 5 cards there to your hand. With that in mind, there's not like a lot of category 5 in Warriors of Light, unless it's Bart's. But if it is Bart's, then this one's on the field and not the one that you need, right?
Yeah, but I think this is maybe for a different deck.
Absolutely, but I have no idea what deck that is.
I mean, we lost Sildra, but in spirit, we've got a similar-ish effect back,
Yeah, but
for
the
Cat
water
5,
stuff
yeah.
on that, yeah.
Cat 5,
Sildra would be fine if it only did Cat 5.
Yes.
Everything on this is pretty strong. I'm just not sure really what it is you're supposed to do with it.
Again, it's just one to watch. Like, there's probably something that somebody will come up with that you look at and go, "Hey, that's really, really cool."
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about Jack Garland, man. This is so cool.
God.
And because all good or interesting cards in Stranger of Paradise have to be called Jack Garland, so when he enters the field, name one job. Jack Garland cannot be chosen by your opponent's abilities of characters with the name job, and at the end of each of your turns, choose one forward with the name job, remove it from the game. Like, man, if you figure out that you're up against Warrior of Light on their first turn before they get to do anything, you just like play this down early and then like job Warrior of Light, please.
This is gonna mess Sky Pirates up good.
Oh yeah,
because they don't really have proactive removal anyway.
So just to further my understanding, obviously when Jack enters the field, you name a job. That is an auto ability, but the next bit is a field ability. So,
but the first bit needs to resolve.
Obviously, the first bit needs to resolve. But once it has resolved, then the protection is field ability, which is huge. And the end of turn auto as well. You know, is
it's removed from game.
Yeah.
Against things like Warriors and War of Light, like, man, this is really tough to get rid of.
That's a sick 10k roll you've got, and it's gone.
What about? No, I suppose. What about dual jobs? Like, no, because they just have the job, right?
They have, either job.
Man, that's really funny.
There's a lot of stuff that this is quite good to go. But again, if there's a very specific job in your opponent's deck that's going to cause you a problem, or like one specific card that's going to cause you a problem, you can just name that job.
He's got a lot of. Is a 4 CP 9k. It's really nice as well. So he's like slightly over curve. Yeah, like it's just like this is sticky, man. It's so hard to get rid of. It's just like looking at what it is in the meta as well. Like I suppose it's rubbish against dancers because you can't choose them, but like they can't choose you either.
No. Dancers can probably get around this, but it would still be a hard one.
They'd have to concentrate everything on it, though, right?
Yeah. I'd need to do the 8k board wipe twice. So yeah, look, or Andrea to lose its abilities or something like that.
I think it's really cool. I'm definitely gonna be playing with it regardless. Maybe even try and get some of the full arts. It does look nice.
I mean, costing 4 is the perfect thing for it because it means it's like a Larsa target and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that can search it in category is itself.
Yeah, I like it.
Good for that as well.
We have...
Yeah, really cool card.
Other than that, we have Snuvlinka.
What game's that from?
Yeah, from a game that no longer exists. When Snuvlinka enters the field, choose one of the two following actions, and if you ever receive 5 points of damage, do 2 of the 2. She gains haste, and if she deals damage to an opponent or a forward, double damage instead. Yeah, sure, cool. And choose one forward, do that 8k. Yeah, fine, right.
She's cool.
Won't see standard play.
Nothing.
3 special. Let's say choose one of the two following abilities.
Actions.
Okay, but they're not. Okay.
Yeah, so she's cool. She won't see play. There's other things that are similar that are just as powerful, if not a little bit more, that never saw play, right? So it's like, agreed. It's a bad job, it's a bad name, it's a bad category, it's a bad element. So like in your more limited formats, it's stronger, but in standard, just no. Firion LB Firewind. 7 CP, 5k, limit break 1. When Firion enters the field, choose up to 3 fire backups and or wind backups, activate them. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card among them to your hand and the others to the bottom of your deck in any order. Firewind is not in 9 years of playing this game, has not been a deck really, other than, like you said, like number 128 decks. But I suppose Mono Fire can sling one of these in for that Zidane they're not using, right?
Yeah, I don't think this is terrible.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think this is really good. It's just the element combination is dreadful.
Yeah, it's one of those that if it comes off, it comes off, but it's unlikely. I mean, LB1 is probably the saving grace of it.
Cost 7 and 5k are, hindrances for sure. But
it's a warrior.
Well, LB always gets overcosted by 2.
But it's a warrior, so you can get it cheaper with Volker.
Oh,
true, yeah, because it's the next warrior you cast, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the best thing you can do with your cost reduction for Volker, but it's something you can do.
It's a really, really nice looking full art as well.
Really nice looking full art.
Yeah.
I think that your Fire LB is probably malleable enough that you can stick one of these in.
People are putting bloody Amaranth in there.
Yeah. But like activation and card draw,
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure it needs to activate 3 backups in a fire deck to be completely
I say, like,
honest.
if you get both effects off, you're paying 7 for this, but you're getting 5 CP back.
Yeah, but like, I'm not entirely sure that's good enough, right? Because like, if you're gonna activate your 3 backups in the fire deck for what? You could have
for
just
the card I drew.
But you could have just done it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think this will see much play, but there's probably LB slots for it.
Rebel Akbel. He's back in multi-element limit break form.
Interesting.
I think this is terrible.
Yeah.
In Mono Earth, it's a break, right?
Yeah, but your LB space in Mono Earth is not going to fit this in.
Oh, well, do you know what? That's a good enough point. Yeah. Move on.
Not only does this cost LB2, that I don't see what you're cutting out of a Mono Earth LB to fit this in. Especially it costing 7 again.
That's fair enough, to be completely honest.
To go, I break one thing, when instead I could just go, I'll just play like all of these 20 cards in my main deck that kill things.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point as well. Like you don't really need help with breaking things in Mono Earth, do you? I swear at least one of these LBs is good. Is it Shadow Lord?
It's a very good Ice Earth card. But the best thing to compare it to was the Earth Lightning one we had a couple of sets ago. Which didn't really see play. What was that one called? It was Ur Dragon, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, the Dragon King. Yeah, I don't think I've ever cast that thing, and I'm so big on Earth Lightning. I don't think I've ever cast it.
Yeah, like this is fine, but again, I don't think Ice LBs I still think are arguably the best LBs in the game as a broad.
Yeah, and lightning ones, to be honest.
Whereas the Earth one, and the Earth ones are still good. But I think between those elements, you don't have space for this.
Paul, your thoughts on the Emperor as the Ice Lightning enthusiast amongst us?
Me and Jack were having a discussion about if there ever was an Ice and Lightning LB card in one, how bad would it be? And this was worse than our most negative impressions. I mean, it might as well be called Alcid as well, just to really upset me.
The only way this could be worse if it was a name we were already playing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's...
I will be devil's advocate.
LB1 on attack, dollar forward, and when it leaves, search for an Emperor and add it to your hand. I mean, no, I'm sorry. I mean, it's just so...
I'm going to be devil's advocate with this one. Like, the nicest stuff that I can say. Like, right, I don't think this is good. I will say that much. But with your Alcid on the field, that is a double freeze. Well, that is an extra freeze, sorry. And like, if he swings with Alcid, that is dull 2.
Next to him.
Look, I'm just trying.
I could just play Surges for double freeze. Like,
I'm trying.
Or dull and freeze.
Yeah.
coordination.
Look, your Surges is already on the field, all right?
And then it's like, when he leaves the field, search for a card name Emperor in our hand. What Emperor am I playing in Ice Lightning?
I'm just trying, man.
I get partly where you're coming from, but it's not.
It does something if Ice Lightning's best card is on the field.
Yeah. And even then, I'm pretty sure I could play any other Ice Lightning LB for more effect.
I know that Kags is such a fan of Final Fantasy 2 and the Emperor and the idea of him transforming.
Well, this isn't even the FF2 one.
Well,
no,
it's the Subfo one.
Yeah, and like, I know he's such a big fan of that character and all that stuff, but like, man, this just doesn't work. Like,
yeah, no, this is.
I get loads of the Emperors are printed in Ice, but you need a good Emperor in Ice.
This could play it to the bloody field, man.
Yeah, probably. Then I'd be like, oh, this is all right. LB1 is the saving grace of this. And even then, I don't think I have space for this.
No, you are massively spoiled in Ice and Lightning to never need to consider this.
As a man who in the past has spurned multi-element cards and possibly limit break cards as a design failure mistake, I am happy that they are sort of getting worse.
Yeah, but Ice Lightning was the elements that deserved a good one. Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. Let's move on and talk about Onion Knight. Let's move on and talk about no. Look. Okay, look. This is look. Wind Lightning just still isn't a deck, right? You can play this in Cadets, I guess. But like Cadets killing things is pretty easy as well, so it's not a huge deal like that.
Devil's advocate again. There are a lot of DFF Cadets, so there's a potential for synergy here.
It is specifically forward, so it does cut the number in about half.
Yeah,
but
there was quite a bit of DFF this set, which is the interesting.
The thing is as well, like secretly we had a player. He's not been around for a while of it, but was really big on like the Onion Knight transformation deck.
Oh yeah.
And that sort of is a thing, even if like no one really knows or believes in it. And like every Onion Knight is DFF. Yeah, they are actually. They all are.
Because it's the same character.
So not terrible for that. It is going to kill something. It is going to turn into a forward. Like, look, it's fine. That's the best I can do. All right. There is potentially a deck idea for this, but like
at the moment it's Cadets. That's the only thing I can slot it in.
You're going to have to squint quite hard to try and find something for this. But yeah, Cadets would be like
Ninja. Is that worth anything these days? I don't know.
DFF ninjas? No, I don't think so. Like, I don't think there's a ninja in the first 3 Dissidia games other than him, right?
Yeah, I think it's just him. On to the next one.
Vaughn. Take it away, Jack.
It's called Ban. That's the underlying problem. How often has Wind Water been a deck that hasn't been Sky Pirates? I'm curious.
For the first
10 sets,
12, 14. Okay. Wind Water has been a thing. Well, no, I suppose 14 was when Vaughn came out.
Okay.
But like it has been a thing. It very much could be again.
Both of these effects are really good, and I'm not gonna begrudge. If I was to play the Wind Water Sky Pirates deck, I wouldn't begrudge putting this in as as one of my LB slots.
No, sure.
But as it stands, you can't play this because it's called Ban.
Yeah. There is that thing as well. Like at least this one, unlike the Furion, has removal. Because otherwise, if it did something else well, you'd be like, "Oh, activate till your backups." It's like, yeah, I could have just not done that.
The problem with it though is I don't know what deck this goes in to get the water effect off that well. Because the advantage of Sky Pirates was you could always pay the water with your wind backups.
Yeah.
Because Philo let them tap. You don't actually have that many water characters.
It's a case of sit on it and wait, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if there's ever a deck,
the other job.
If there's ever a deck that this is good in, it will be really good in it.
Yeah, I mean, even if you only get the wind effect off, like reactivating all your backups is not bad. It's just the fact that he costs a bit too much for that effect to be relevant.
Yeah. Moving on again, we have Warrior of Light. This is like really good.
Is every limit break 5k? No, just a bunch of them.
Most.
This one's pretty good.
This is cool. Standard unit decks, love it.
Yeah. Vikings and stuff like that. You can get them.
Oh,
really
I didn't
going.
even consider that. That's
My only criticism of this is we have admittedly this plays to field, but we have the 4-drop Warrior of Light EX that searches for standard units.
Yeah, but why not both as well? But this is like this is like your even like turn 2 play, right? Where you just you play like any of the. There's been so many good 3 CP draw a card or something like that backups in the last like few sets. That if you can turn that into draw 2, that's awesome, man.
Well, yeah, but the other obviously Warrior of Light LB exists as well.
The only problem really is like, does this have a deck?
Vikings is probably the only one.
Yeah, and Earth with that is a bit rough, right? And then after you suppose you really want the other Warrior of Light LB in that one.
That's what I'm thinking. But this triggering off of all the backups that play themselves for free,
sure,
I think is really cool.
Draw on discard every time. If you played like Cascade Viking, that's crazy.
Yeah. Drawing 2, discarding 2. Like, there's probably something here for this, but again, it's one of those that someone needs to work it out.
I'll give it a go for definite.
That someone ain't me.
Yeah, I can put Vikings together for this like fairly simply, but I suppose at least it means as well that you can play like a really low number of backups. Like really low,
because obviously he's going to get them all for you. But again, like, at that point, is this better than the Earth Warrior? Like, we got a couple of sets scout that puts them to break and plays them to field.
It's an LB deck. It's an LB card. So you don't need to search anything. You can just you've got it.
Yeah, I know. It's just that thing of I'm not sure if this fills the role better than the Warriors of like we've already got.
Yeah, I think this is.
But I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Terra. I mean, look, Lightning Fire to begin with is a rough element combination. It's not impossible, but it's not fantastic. This isn't bad. Like, if we're going to be like a Fire Lightning aggro or a Warrior aggro sort of thing, this definitely makes the cut for it. But I think it's really expensive. Really expensive.
I'm comparing this to the Terra we're getting this set anyway, and out of the two, I'm like, I think I'd rather the other one.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'd rather this one, but like, I'm not massively enamored with either of them.
No, I agree. It's just a little bit too expensive.
Having to definitely have the fire and lightning backups to do the effects. Like, yeah, look, no massively strong feelings. I know there were some people in Discord that were pretty on this, but fire and lightning can break forwards. Like, and
I think the last time we played it was the Express deck.
Yeah, which there was no problem breaking forwards on that at all. And the last LB really, Lock.
Now this one is cool.
When Lock enters the field, choose one forward. Opponent controls, return it to his own hand. Cool. Will like bounce. That's like kills any LB. That's great. When a forward opponent controls is put return from the field to its own hand, your opponent discards one card. This effect will trigger once per turn. Yeah, it's all right. 7's a lot of an ask for it though, and LB.
I would love this if it wasn't called Lock, so I could play the new Lock with it.
Oh yeah. Are these like all rares? I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah,
all rares you can play them in a low rarity sort of, or like sealed or something like that. So
this is another one of those water ice cards that I'm like, man, Water Ice is really going to be a thing soon. And every time we get new support for it, it's not the support it needs.
I'm going to be devil's advocate the wrong way again on this one. If I'm paying 7 CP, I really hope I do bounce a forward and my opponent discards one. That's the least they can do.
Well, it should happen, right?
If you do it in a situation where you are bouncing an LB, ergo killing it and discarding them, great. How bad, it can only get worse from there, though, I think.
8K is nice. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, man, 7's a big ask.
I like this. The problem is I don't think Ice Water is a deck still.
No, sure. No.
And I revisit it every set since I've been playing. But I've never built one that I can fully say this is competitive.
Yeah. Well, final stretch here, the starter deck.
You're not covering the crystal?
No.
It's the fire one again.
Oh, no. We have Wook Lamat, everyone's favourite. It is a warrior.
A sample over it.
It's a warrior. If you control 7 or more characters, Wook Lamat gains. If you control... Wook Lamat gains. If a forward you control does damage to a forward, increases by 2,000 instead. And if you control 5 or more characters, it deals 7,000 on the entry.
Or attack.
On entry or attack.
So, it's comparable to Ward. But if you're set up, this is good.
Iron Eater was it Iron Eater? Not Iron Eater. What was it?
Yeah, it's a bit like Iron Eater.
It was Iron Eater. Yeah,
that
was the one
cares about the break zone.
Yes.
And this cares about the field,
Iron
which means
needed.
This is just way more achievable than Iron Eater.
Yeah.
I don't think this takes many slots in a warrior deck, but I don't think anybody regrets this being like a one-of.
No, absolutely not.
Or something like that.
This is pretty good. And absolutely worth playing. Anybody got strong feelings otherwise?
I don't play warriors, but it looks solid.
No, I in my limited use of this card I've had so far this week, it seems pretty decent. 7 characters is pretty achievable, and having things like Akstar and Zac and also Ward punch higher is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, always trading up on block is always a nice threat as well.
Yeah, that is also another valid thing. Therian only needs a 2k buff to kill a 9k if he's first strength as well. Little things like that can add up over time. I think pretty cool.
I think that this is possibly some of the worst art in the entire game. It looks like Zac's taking a photo at the seaside, trying to put his head through one of those little things.
And the person before him put his ass through it, basically. He doesn't know.
It's also very bad.
This is dreadful. And I played this deck a bunch of times. I discarded every single time because the LB Zac that only deals 3k is better.
People are... Some people can do a nice round of damage, and I'm like, isn't there a card called Rain that literally does this but better?
Yeah,
because it's also cheaper.
And this is out of your control because it's if your opponent's got more forwards than you. It obviously wants to deal 10k in 2 different 5k packets, but you can't control that. And if it's just 5k on a 5/9, man, I'll just play Fire Elemental.
But that's the thing with Rain is I can do that for 1 CP if I've got 5 backups and I'm at damage 3.
And have haste for the pleasure,
Yeah.
I mean, why don't you just play the Opus 16 Squall over this? Because you're probably going to get
haste and 4k.
Yeah. Dreadful card. We usually say that starters are really interesting because they're usually legends or heroes. And this thing's a rare, man. This sucks.
One thing I will point out about his effects and the way they work, more than once at the starter deck event this week we had, somebody would say, right, okay, I'm going to play my Zac now. all right, cool. You've killed 2 of my 4 forwards. He's lost haste.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is the way it goes. Well, yeah, it's just look, Cloud is probably like hero standard. Like, this is pretty good, and especially as a warrior, not insignificant as well. When Cloud enters the field, until the end of the turn, all forwards you control gain 3,000 power and brave. Cool. That's not bad at all. At the start of the attack phase, during each of your turns, choose one forward you control until the end of the turn this gains. This forward cannot be broken, and this forward cannot be returned to its owner's hands by opponent summons or abilities. Cool. It doesn't like water at all.
Yeah.
Or Witch can still get around it, but that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the beginning of attack phase, so it's quite a telegraphed trigger. You need to have it there ready.
You can't say which Marlboro gets around it, because it gets.
No, I said which gets around it.
Yeah, but Marlboro turns off everything else anyway. Like, man, which Marlboro kills everything.
I mainly mean it by the fact that Indestructible doesn't stop power reduction. And he is. The main thing for me is this reads so much like a win more card.
Yeah.
He's being played last, not first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You play it last, and you kind of save it as a combat trick in your hand if you've got nothing better to play that turn off of your Tidus. Because you go, right, okay, there's some kind of threat coming in that's trying to kill my dudes. Nope, on the stack, Tidus 0. Pump everything up by 3.
I don't know if this can go in a Warriors deck. I don't know if there's space for this. And again, it's that one of, you need a pre-existing board for it to come in, and at that point, is it doing enough? Where you're not just going to win anyway?
Well, I mean, another feather to its cap is that it will, enhance Axstar quite considerably. Making it brave and another 3k body to pump up its damage on attack. No, it's nice, reads well, but I don't think you're quite right. Most Warriors decks probably won't find the room for this because there are already other better.
Yeah, and you can only cheat this in off of Tidus. Like, Axstar can't play this for you or anything like that. Like, you're so limited.
Shout out to James McNulty, who's been playing like Fire, Water, Earth Warriors for the longest time. And he plays it really well, and he puts in some really interesting things like Tulian and, Mist Dragon and other good Earth cards. But maybe he would have like a big use case for this if he was to keep that style of deck going. But it's hard to ignore how many good ice options there are this set. I think that's the way.
Right. Yeah.
Stuff like General.
Warriors has got such a variety and utility now that I don't think it's Cloud.
Yeah, it's a shame because at initial glance this card reads very well, but the more you get into it, the more you think about it. At least for me and for assumably us so far, it hasn't quite made its mark yet. And again, hopefully we get proven wrong, maybe, or it'd be nice to at least. I wouldn't be upset if that was.
I'm just at that point of, even if it's not in a Warriors deck, anytime you play this card, it's purely to win more.
Yes.
Which I don't like win more cards in this game.
No, I mean, win more means you're already in a good position.
I don't know,
you want cards to get you out of a bad position.
Sort of the final push, it could be seen as well, just because if you need everything to, like, if it's like, I need everything to attack, and it gains 3k, and brave, which means I can block next turn. Like, that's not necessarily win more, but that's just like win at all.
If the brave is what I need, I have LB Mat, which means I've always got it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, this is the way getting it from your deck without having to then run other Earth CP generating sources.
Yeah, but then what am I playing to be able to get? Like, if I'm having to cheat this off of Tidus, what kind of board state am I in that I'm not playing anything else off of Tidus?
Yeah. I mean, Axstar could probably clear a board.
Yeah. And if I'm playing like Mono Earth and stuff, I don't think you need this.
Mm-hmm.
Luso, I've been on a roller coaster with this one. I was really into this one, and I was playing it the other day, And I love the idea of it in Bart's Boko, but I thought it did 3k on entry.
No, it's on damage.
No, I was just like, no!
This could not have cost 1 if it was just on entry killing any forward in the game.
Yes, it could have.
No.
Because it
No,
felt great
couldn't.
playing it in the starter deck off of Hugh Yerg, who is getting much, much better, by the way. Like, that card is legit.
There is no way this could have killed on entry.
I'm just like...
This thing would have been busted.
So sad, man. Like, this is...
I mean, you dig the old fight spells and play it with this, because
Just play Bart's Boko and ram him into something.
I love this because it's like you're gonna block because you have to, but if you don't, I'm killing that forward anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like this card. I'm not sure what the deck is. It might be only Bart's Boko, in which case it's not going to be competitive. But if there's something else for it, I'd be curious to see what people come up with.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd love to play this at Cactumania and that if it's a deck.
Sphene. This card
Spine?
sucks. No. I found the tech for it.
Go on.
Go.
You know from last set we had the discussion about Arden with Sid Randell.
Okay.
You don't take the point of damage by bringing himself back. What if I use it with Sphene instead? So instead of his own effect bringing him back to hand, she brings it back to hand. 8k power reduction every turn, baby.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. It's only once per turn.
Yeah, no, but then he comes back and then he's ready to go again. She's not good.
I've played with this a bunch, and it's just like, what am I losing to get something back? I need to be able to play and crack something. Like, it needs to be cheap enough to if you can't abuse this, it's not good, right?
Yeah, it's really annoying me because I was like, the one deck I would consider playing this in, I can't because it would kill her as well. Because again, I've looked at this potentially for dancers because obviously I kill anything that's active, but it would kill herself. It's
so slow.
You need more forwards like the Arden from last set that put themselves into the break zone for an effect you then want to recur.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing as well. Like, if you can't play this in Vestale because it doesn't cost 5 or more.
Yeah, but again, I think it's one to watch. Like, if they print more cards that sack themselves,
there's going to be somebody somewhere that makes a clever use out of this. I can just feel it. It's definitely not me at the moment.
That Arden for me is the one that works with this quite well.
Yeah.
Sure. Lightning. It's a lightning card with EX that breaks things. I love it.
Yeah.
When lightning enters the field, choose one forward. It costs 4 or your opponent controls break it. When your forward your opponent controls is put from the field to the break zone for any reason, choose one forward you control. It gains haste at the end of the turn.
Until the end of the turn.
It's late and I'm illiterate. I've always been a big fan of Opus 2 Adia in Mono Lightning, and everyone's told me for the longest time I'm wrong for that. I'm not wrong for that.
But now she's going.
But this is enough reason to get rid of her, because for 1 CP more, obviously I can't hit 5s like she can, but you can play this earlier. And I think that's good enough, to be honest.
This is also never a bad EX burst to hit, whereas Adia could be like, if you played it as a haste deck and it went to first damage, you were like, well, sick EX.
Like we were saying, like this on the field with Arden is just like, that's mad, right?
Yeah. We're both going to get haste and we're going to whack you.
This and LB Cloud is quite affordable in 1 turn once you've set up on backups and feels really nice.
It's also finally a lightning that doesn't really care about Odins.
Yeah.
Or category 13 or anything like that. It's just it's just straight down the road, exactly what it is. I think it's absolutely fine.
It's just a shame you can't tweak the backup line to put Lumina in to search for this.
There's a potential for that, but I still don't think you really need to. It's just a nice bonus.
Yeah, no, it's a cool card. Very cool card.
It's quite interesting, and it makes it makes me want to look back through all the forwards that have some kind of break effect on them, because now with her on the field, it can be break and gain haste, and how good does that make certain things? I don't know. I think that's one to build around.
Yeah, depends on how prevalent opponents' EXs are, is kind of the thing.
Yeah.
2 more. We have Charlotte, the way to get around Yuna.
Man, this card is insane.
It's really cool. Really good.
And anti-Night Mirror, which is crazy as well.
Yeah. I mean, Knights are going to be playing at least one copy of this, because the original that they
there's no reason not to.
Yeah, there's no reason not to play at least one of this. It's how many do you play? You know, I mean, how do you actually go 2 and 2? Do you go 1 and 2? You know, sort of make a mix smash.
No Kukulaining is such a big deal.
No Kukulaining.
It's all your forwards are protected from Kukulaining.
Yeah, everything's no Kukulaining. So that makes you feel breathe a bit easier going into that crucial turn.
I was so hoping this was going to be out for Euros, not that I'm playing it now, because I was like, yeah, I'll chuck this in my Dancer's deck. Sick. Yeah. She doesn't even die to my own board wipe.
Oh, yeah.
And passively, she emperors your opponent's forwards.
Yeah. Oh, sick witch you've got. It just sits there.
Anti-witch stuff is really solid regardless.
But even then, it deals with Tyvus really well, because obviously he's not free playing anything. Stops knights because they can't just tap 4 with Ramza to kill anything.
And
she's got so much utility at the moment.
Don't come to me about bloody Ridar when we dunked on that. This is what a new knight card should look like.
But yeah, the only outs I can think to this that are ability removal is Malbro on attack.
Then you're free to use your abilities again.
Yeah, and I think the only other one is the Shiva summon.
You should be able to stop something before the attack as well, though, right?
Which, you should be able to stop Malbro sacking off from attack, and who's playing Mono Ice with that Shiva.
No, I wish that Shiva was playable, but let's just move on. This Charlotte is particularly good. I quite like it. It's going to see a lot of play. I think it's going to be quite a tough thing to deal with.
If you have water in any of your decks, you putting this in.
At the moment, actions are that good right now. It's it stops knights just straight in their tracks, right? Well, as well, even things like the Sky Pirates, with even stopping little Pinello from doing anything. That's not insignificant.
Well, this is also can go in a Sky Pirates deck.
Oh well, yeah.
As well.
It's one of Sky Pirates and getting their extra 2Ks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No power reduction, stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a card that as soon as it came up with the spoilers, it was this might be one of the best cards they printed in a long time.
Yep.
Finally, Yuna. As we have a nice hug goodbye to the set review for 27.
We brought up a bit earlier. It's not that far. It's not that dissimilar to the Lunef we're getting.
Well, no, it's quite different because it's definitely going to play a forward from hand, rather than top of deck, which is it is different in that regard. But she can look at the top 3 cards and add a card from your hand when she attacks. A 4/7 is a little bit ropey, but it's good. It's not element limited at all, so she can play Axstar. Which is,
I
always think those things are really cool when they can do that. There's a lot you can cascade into from what she can do.
Important note: she is exactly toss 3 only, but even so, I think the card is really good. Not quite as good as Charlotte, but
I don't think any cards we're getting. I don't think any card we've got this set is.
Well,
okay, yeah, fair.
No, a lot of the Warriors are really good, mind.
Yeah, but I think that Charlotte is the best Opus 27 card.
It stops Tyvus and Mog.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, yeah, that's good. Well, there's not too much more to say about you and everything like that. But I suppose we'll end up here with like, what stuff are you guys most excited about?
Yeah, let us know. I'm what decks you're brewing up.
No, I mean you two.
Oh, sure.
Me. Oh, right. I thought you were asking everybody else. Sky Pirates will be my first look at. I do it every set, and they're getting the good support this time. And I'll see what goes into my Dancers deck, because that is my pet project at the moment. And yeah, everybody, but I got to get the full arts first.
Oh yeah, full
I can't
power.
build Cat 8 until I get the full art Cat 8. Which 30 full arts I need to get hold of is it's not going to be easy.
3 Sega Mega Drive Rain.
But I do have 3 of all of the previous ones, so I'm nothing if not committed.
Yes, true. So I guess my sort of highlights, I really like the Koana and Adia. I think they're quite interesting. Play any 2-drop character near enough from deck is really strong. I also quite like, making sure nobody has any fun by trying to play some kind of turbo discard lock deck. I think that's going to be really... Seymour surprised me. That was a nice thing to see that wasn't part of spoiler season. I think there's some really fun, interesting ice cards that's come out this set. Again, I'm sort of overwhelmed, as I always am at the beginning of these sets, and I've got to have another couple of looks at everything to really get keen. But those are where I'm going to start, I think. And obviously Warriors with ice, with all those so many new options, it's going to be quite... you're going to see a lot of Warriors at your locals, for sure.
What about you, Paul, other than Mono Lightning?
I love Gilgamesh Warriors as an idea.
Jesus Christ!
I like the like what Paul was saying about like Cat 14 aggro as well. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
There's definitely something to that. Mono Lightning, because glutton for punishment, and I'll never be told.
I mean, as soon as you finish building it, I want to see it, because I enjoy playing it as well.
The Cat 14 aggro as well actually sounds like that. That's something that makes that card like to me like really stick out. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like break everything. Like do loads.
Kian
of
and that combined is just like, I'm gonna board wipe you.
A lot of the warrior, I've not really like gone in for warriors too much. It's never been something that massively like interested me. But like a lot of the tools here, I think are really cool. I'd love to try Retainer Leo. I do think that sounds really funny.
Oh, sure.
But just I'm not for giving anything to go at the moment, really. But as we didn't allude to, but now are alluding to earlier, let us know in the comments what you want to play with and everything like that.
Yeah,
so,
please.
And if you pull any full art Cat 8s, hit me up.
You're listening to like 3 of the guys with the weirdest tastes locally as well. Like nobody else in a set review is going to say Bart's Boko.
Meta, that's boring. I want to play fun stuff.
I think that as well. Like I can see me and you, Jack, spending weeks actually building like different FF8 lists as well, just because I think that stuff is really cool, really interesting.
Oh yeah. I did it last time, and I'll do it again this time. It will be my.
There's loads of different flavors of that, but yes, let us know what you think. And the stream should be back soon, so we should have more gameplay coming up, and of course, there's Cactomania 2. This time with no AI. I'm not getting back into that, Jesus Christ. But
a fun debate.
So that's all to come over the next couple of months. Best of luck, everybody, at Euros. Probably no one's listening to this till they come back from Euros and everything, but everybody have a great time. You can catch Jack and Fish on the stream. Not really sure where that's going yet, but there'll be details up and everything.
Yeah, I'll be posting on the Europe page and the UK page for whichever channel we're streaming on. I will not find that out until probably tomorrow or Friday.
That's how it goes. But thanks very much, and we'll see you in Opus 27. Thanks very much, everybody.
See you all soon.
Take care.